Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly starting a green business in Santa Cruz. This is my story. I had an idea for something years ago, and I was so excited about it. I thought, wow, this is going to solve a problem and make things so much better and maybe earn me a living. So that was good. And then I developed it, and then got it into the marketplace. And so many people say to me, it must be so wonderful having a green business in Santa Cruz, such an ecologically minded company, community, and so progressive. And my experience has been so different from that. So much obstacles, so many obstacles to and opposition to new ideas. So that's why I'm telling this story. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you. But before I dive into it and tell you exactly what we do, I want to give you an analogy. Imagine for a minute that you're homeless with your family, living under a bridge somewhere in Santa Cruz. Not a good situation, pretty horrible. And then one day, you meet this builder, and this builder says, do you know what? I've got this new technology where we can provide houses much easier, much cheaper, much quicker. And I've got one right here, and you can move into it, and let me know what you think. So you do. You move in, and it works great. You love it, your family loves it. And the builder says, I've got even more good news. There's this wonderful public agency, local public agency, that uses taxpayers' dollars and is devoted to relieving homelessness. And you can write to it and apply for grants, and if you can show that this new type of house works for you, they'll pay for your house. How great is that? So you do, you apply for the grant. Then a decision point comes. You go there, you send in your grant, and you can actually vouch for your case, and your family speaks as well. But the public agency that's in charge of relieving homelessness says, you don't want to work with that builder. We've got this other builder we know, and we're going to give them loads more money, and he's got much bigger and better plans for you. So tomorrow you're going to have to move out. The house you got, I don't care how much you like it, you're going to have to move out. Next day you move out. You're homeless again. Back under the bridge, not good. You watch the piece of land, you see the builder come along, he demolishes the house you were in, but you wait, you're optimistic, you think, I wonder what this great big and better plan will be. 1 year goes by, nothing. 2 years go by, nothing. Third year, the builder shows up, and he pulls up some weeds, and he leaves. The end of the third year, he shows up with his building supply truck, and takes off one door and just drops it on a piece of land and drives away. So the public agency that was supposed to look after this for you, you bang on his desk and say, what about this great plan? And he said, oh, that one? We declare this a massive success. And you, I don't want to hear from you again, bugger off. That doesn't sound good to me. So anyway, that's the analogy to set the scene. So how does that relate to my story? Okay, in the real story, I'm the builder. And I started a company in 2005 called Ride Spring. And what we do is we build commute programs for companies and other organisations. And what that means is we set up websites and we promote and measure biking to work, carpooling, transit, walking to work. So it's really good for companies to reduce parking demand, reduce carbon, help employees save on fuel. It also helps people find carpool partners where they work. And we launched it in 2005. City of Santa Cruz has been using it. County of Santa Cruz, they love it. It really works really well. Another good part of the business. So one day, I met somebody from Cabrillo College, Judy Casada. She was a real champion. And they needed a commute program. So they committed to reduce carbon. They had a tough parking problem, expensive commute for their students. And so I said, check it out. I set up a website. They started using it. They loved it. So Judy Casada, tremendous person, she wrote to me after they'd been using it for several months. And she said, thank you for handing your ingenious program to us on a silver platter. The President's Climate Initiative mandates us to take action and document actual reductions of CO2. Ride Spring is very popular with the staff and faculty, creating enormous buzz and excitement, just what we need. That kind of thing really pleased me. You know, when you have an idea, you develop it, and you see people who connect with it, and it works. So that's a good part of the story. And I had some other good news. I said, there's this wonderful public agency called the Monterey Bay Unified Air Pollution Control District, dedicated to reducing pollution in our community using your dollars. And they have a program where if you can show you can effectively reduce traffic into your workplace, they can provide you money. So she did. She applied for the grant. And the decision point came in August 2008. But these guys said, we don't care how well it works for you. You don't want to work with that guy. You don't want to use RightSpring. We know this other organisation called the Santa Cruz County Regional Transportation Commission. And these guys have got much bigger and better plans. And these guys said, yeah, we've got much bigger and better plans. This is going to solve Cabrillo College's needs. Not just that, but it's going to be for the whole of Santa Cruz County. So many more people are going to benefit. So these guys said, Cabrillo College, you get $0 for RightSpring, and you guys get $120,000. That's why. So, the next day, this is what I got from Judy Casado. I'm just sick to my stomach today, Paul, in a terrible funk. Depressed as hell. This madness must end. It will take me some time to make sense of what happened. Why $120,000 were granted for a program that doesn't exist yet, but will badly emulate RightSpring. So I kept in touch with Judy. Checked in. 1 year later, nothing. 2 years later, nothing. Third year, I said, how are things going? She said, that program, your guess is as good as mine. So I decided to look into it. Now these are public agencies, so all the documents and how they work and everything is available on, well, not online, you have to write to them, and it's like really dull documents. But if you dig through it, you can find out what's going on. So I decided to look into it. And how it worked was, these guys sold these guys in 2008 on a carpool program where they said, we're going to attract 2,000 carpoolers into this new program. And that's pretty impressive if they did it. But, and then, yeah, 2,000 carpoolers over 2 years. They got a 1 year extension, and 3 years later, instead of getting 2,000 carpoolers, they got 20. 2-0. They delivered less, if you look at the numbers, they actually delivered less than 1% of what they expected to do. How would you feel if you paid $120,000 or something and didn't get? Actually, the truth is you do, it's your money. Sorry about that. So that's the bad. The ugly is, when we asked these folks, what do you guys think of this program? These guys who are looking after your interests said, we consider this program a success. That's the ugly. So, how do they get away with it? Because all this stuff's kind of all buried in documents, and we can change this by getting this story out there. So I'd love your help getting this story out there. So if you go to greenstartupstory.com, you can learn out more about it, and let's tell people about what's going on, and maybe we can get Cabrillo College a good program. Thank you very much.